Okay, so this is a video about the course policy for honors chemistry at Ballard High School. I wanted to go through the basics of this course policy because I didn't want to go through all this in class, because I think you'll get a lot more out of going through this on your own and looking at it and kind of evaluating it on your own and getting some big ideas. Uh, the main thing here is, why do I do what I do? I've mentioned this in class. I want to really aspire students to use technology for learning chemistry and learning anything you want to learn. So I think that's really important, and that's why I teach every day, is because I want you to be self-motivated. I want you to be aware of how you learn, and I want you to be aware of how you can find information. How are you going to contact me? Several different ways. I use Twitter a lot. You can direct message me on there. I have an email address you can contact me at, Today's Meet, and we've used that in class every day. So if you want to go on there and look at the discussions we've had, or if you want to post something on there, that would be fine too. I usually don't check that as much, but you can always post something on there and I will see it the next day. You can check out the course website. You can also just stop by the room upon request if you want to come in there. We do have tutoring days after school every day between Monday through Thursday if you want to come in and see me. So you can do that. What materials are needed? Really I'm all about using technology. So if you want to bring in a cell phone, that's great. You're going to have to buy some goggles as well. You're going to need these by the end of next week. So next Friday, you're definitely going to have those. They're $7 in the bookstore. So go ahead and pick those up as soon as you can by next Friday for sure. Anything else? If you want to pick up the textbook for if you're absent for a long period of time to do makeup work, that's fine. I'm more about you doing projects for late work, but if you want to just get some extra information, that's fine too. So you might want to go ahead and pick that up just in case you are absent for a long period of time and you need some makeup work that's for a long period of time to cover a lot of material. Grading for this class is based upon Marzano and Heffelbauer, 2011. You want to read that paper just to know how I'm going to grade you. It's a different kind of grading scale than you might be used to. It definitely applies to a 4-point grading scale, and you can see how that is kind of divvied up down there in the bottom. On the second page, grades are going to be based upon video reflections, lab reports, multiple choice quizzes, short response laboratory assessments, and presentations. These this grading scale, you can see how it kind of breaks down here, but you are going to want to make sure that you're aware of the JCPS grading scale, because this is how your grades will look on Infinite Campus. And so when you see whether you made a 4 or whether you made a 3, that's how I'm going to be putting things on Infinite Campus, but it will be still applied to that 100% grading scale. Just make sure you're aware of how to read things. Even though you have 4 points on something, that still is an A. It's going to be a percentage on JCPS Online that will be an A. So just make sure that you're aware of how that works. Labs are going to be essential. You're going to be storing everything on Google Drive, all of your lab handouts, uh, all of your submissions, and everything will be through Google Drive and through ChalkUp, which we're going to talk about later. Uh, you can also, if you want to turn in alternative assignments because you're late, you can use the alternative assignment Google form. Laboratory safety guidelines, we're going to go over those in class next week, so if you want to go ahead and take a look at those, you can click on the laboratory safety guidelines. No cheating, look at the student academic code of conduct if you're interested to know more about that. If you ever have to leave the room for any reason next week, you definitely want to fill out a Google form. That way we just have a record of where you're going, when you left, and how long you've been gone. It's really easy to quit. You just put in your name, you put in what period you're in, and you just write down the reason for leaving. It. That's to go to the bathroom. After a while, I'm going to begin to wonder why you're leaving every day. After the second bathroom visit, I'm going to call your parents and let them know you need to see a doctor because you have to go to the bathroom so much. So please try and stay in class. I know it's difficult sometimes, but all my classes are earlier in the day, so try and hold out to the end of the day or do it when you get to school before you come to class. How should you come into class? It's a place of learning. Come in quietly. Be ready to learn. You're definitely going to be up and moving. You've been up and moving every day, so just be aware of that. And that's pretty much about it. If you have any questions about that, please feel free to contact me. There's also a technology link to where you can get access to all the technology resources we're using. If you want to go on to the ChalkUp application and access that, that sounds great. But that's pretty much the syllabus. That's all I got for you, or the course policy. If you have any questions about this, feel free to post them, and I'll look forward to talking with you soon.